Coming up, I do a first impression of the artful literary Cape Heartache from Imaginary Authors. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. This is Joel the Nose coming to you from Miami. And today I'm doing a first impression of a cool new niche house that I just learned about at Osme here in Miami. And I've seen their bottles plenty of times, but for whatever reason, I've never smelled them until today. And I smelled about, probably, I don't know, it's about 10 or 12 of their bottles that they have at the store. And I'm going to do a first impression on one that really kind of caught my attention. And that is, I have it on the stick here, on the paper. It's called Cape Heartache. And this is a fragrance that came out in 2013. Again, the niche house is called Imaginary Authors. It was founded by an American. This is an American niche house. Again, I love that. And the founder is a guy named Josh Meyer. And he's out of the Portland kind of Pacific Northwest area. And this is kind of really hot from what I was learning at Osme. This is a really hot fragrance overseas. This has become very popular overseas in Europe. And still kind of under the radar here, but I love it. Really gaining a lot of popularity. I can see why, because I'm going to be adding one of these to my collection soon. I'm going to wear a bunch, test a bunch, and see which one I want to add first. But this is the very first one I'm doing a first impression. Again, Cape Heartache. This came out in 2013. Again, Imaginary Authors, just a little background. I love writing, I love books, I love literary collections and art in general. And this house is all about combining art and literature and fragrance, which to me is masterful. Masterful. That's one of the reasons why I also love this. What he's doing here is each of the fragrances, and I think he has 18 now in his collection, is based on a fictional author writing a fictional book. So it's very cool. When you read the backstory on each fragrance, you think you're reading the backstory of this great literary, classic American literature or fiction. But it is just, in each case, very fictional. And so it's almost like the fragrance is writing a piece of fiction too. I don't know, just very cool concept for me. This is very intriguing. So that's the background on the house. And on this fragrance, again, 2013, it's classified as a unisex woody aromatic. And what I would say, let me just read the notes first. The notes listed are Douglas fir, pine resin, western hemlock, vanilla bean, strawberry, and this is very cool, old growth, and mountain fog. Now, that's another interesting thing about this house. When you look at their bottles, and by the way, let me put up a picture here of the bottle here at Osme. And the bottles all look roughly the same, but they have different designs on the front based on the name of the fragrance. And then they list the notes on the back. I love that. I just love the transparency. I love that you know what you're getting. So anyways, the last usually note or two notes on each bottle are very unusual. Like on some of the bottle, one of the bottles is just a question mark. On one of the bottles, it says tennis balls. That's another one I'll be reviewing. On this one, and I'll read the note. Well, I just read the notes. So the last notes are old growth and mountain fog. Now, try to picture that. Again, to me, this is evoking your imagination. It's evoking art. And rather than just having everything chemically written down, this really makes you use your imagination and really bring all your senses together, I think. So I love this concept. Now, what I did is I sprayed it here about a half hour ago on the strip. And I also sprayed here on the back of my right hand. So let me do the strip first on the paper. And let's go. Okay, it's very, very different, very unique. I love it. I guess, the uniqueness in that it's strawberry. And I don't know if I've ever smelled a real strawberry fragrance before. And some people may be turned off and think, it's, passé. It's not complex. And it may even be a little bit synthetic, but to me, you're getting the strawberry smell. There's no doubt you're getting that strawberry smell. But I'm also getting the pine resin in that kind of woody Douglas fir. I'm also getting the vanilla in there. And all that is combining and gives that sensation that it's going for the old growth or mountain fog. And this is how I would describe it, and I wrote this down in my notes. It smells like you are in an old growth forest in the Pacific Northwest, okay? Maybe an old redwood forest in Oregon, or again, it could be Portland, could be Northern California, but an old growth forest with a huge canopy of leaves and trees, and you're camping out, and in the morning you wake up, and when you go outside your tent, it's been raining, drizzling all night, and it's cold, and the wet moss, the green moss on the ground, the smell emanating from the trees and the moss, that's what this smells like to me. And then as you go out into the field, you see strawberries, and it's just kind of all combining. I think that's how he's evoked this sense here. The smell of the strawberries, just, to me, comes across a little bit as saffron. So I don't know if maybe there's a touch of saffron in here, but saffron to me is effervescent. This is not effervescent. It's not like bubbly or spicy. So there you go. That's my first impression. I'll do a full review later after I've worn it a few times, and I'll talk more about the the dry down and the longevity and sillage. But first impression, I really like this. I love the backstory. I love the idea of the house. To me, this is what fragrance should be. It's art, and this is an expression of art. And I love books. I love writing. And I love imagination. I love creativity. And this is the first fragrance I know that's really trying to combine all that. So anyways, very cool. At least that I'm aware of. If you want to leave comments, please do so. I'd love to hear what you think. If you want to subscribe, please do. As I say, Santa Claus is leaving extra gifts in your stocking if you become a subscriber this year. Or actually become a subscriber now, and you'll get the gifts this year. Christmas is only a little over a month away. Anyways, thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and hope everyone's having a good one, and I will talk to you soon on my next video. Have a good one.